Hey guys, welcome back here once again with another unboxing. Leading up to my big build day, so that's gonna be coming up here tomorrow, the 22nd of April. So if you guys don't know, that if you're watching this in the future, the build has already happened. But for those of you who have been anticipating it, I will be doing the live build tomorrow, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time is when I will be doing that. But before I do that. I know I promised 4 days of unboxing or 5 days of unboxing videos. So this will be the last thing that I unbox. As I said before, I'm not going to unbox some of the more critical components like the graphics card or the motherboard or anything like that, just because those have sensitive components inside of them and I want to be ESD safe. But I thought I would just go ahead and give you another unboxing anyway. That way you're not left without anything to look forward to, or at least I can post something. But what I got here is the Corsair QL120 RGB fans. Now, as far as I know, these are their most expensive fans. So I know they have the AF Elites, which are the fans that are already in the case, and they're also in the water cooler as well. I probably will go ahead and change those out at a later date, but right now I'm just going to keep those. Or actually, I think I'll keep the ones on the cooler, but what I am gonna do is I'm gonna swap out the front fans in my case, because if you don't know, I have the 5000D airflow that has the fans that come with it. Um, and so what I think I'm gonna do with those is I am gonna swap out those fans. Those will be put into another computer. I'm not as I said, I'm not going to put those to waste. Those are going to go to another computer that I'm building, and so those will be used in that build. That way, we can kind of keep everything the same. I will probably switch these out at a later date. Uh, well, not these out, but I'll switch out the rest of the rest of my fans on my computer at a later time, because these fans are quite expensive. So I picked these up at Micro Center for about $109. So they were able to price match these. At the time, these were on sale at I believe Amazon for $109, and Micro Center did price match these. So I went ahead and picked those up for a pretty decent price. But ordinarily they're well over $100. So again, these are not cheap fans, but they do look nice. But I will go ahead and unbox these now. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is slice this little guy open here. There we go. And we'll go ahead and open this guy up and see what's inside. So, yeah, so really cool stuff here. And as you guys might have already guessed, that another Corsair product that I have opening up over here for you guys, and I gotta get this open too. All right, get that. So as you see here, we'll put this back over here like that. We'll open that up. So this first box that's here on the top looks like it's got just our fan screws that are needed to bolt the fans down to the case. So we'll definitely be needing some of those. It looks like it does come with the RGB controller. So this is kind of similar to what's already in the case already. I do have one of these in the case. There's also some other components in the case as well. I'm not too sure how those play into it. It may be an older version of this, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So I'll have to look into that to see how that works into things. But this is the RGB hub, so it looks like it'll take up to 6 RGB headers right over here. So they're numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right over here like that. It is powered by a SATA connector from your power supply over here, and it looks like this is what will plug into your USB header on your motherboard. But I think this will also plug into like a Commander Pro or something like that. I don't know. I'm gonna have to tinker around with these controllers so that I can get all the fans up and working. I know that's one of the biggest complaints about Corsair fans, is that wiring everything up can be a bit of a nightmare, and I'm starting to see that now. Uh, I may have to do some homework for the live build tomorrow, so that I make sure that I wire these up all correctly. As always, in everything that we have all of our standard documentation here. Looks like our waste electronic equipment, and then our safety and compliance information. And we know what we do with the safety and compliance information. We just toss that over there. So Hopefully, oh, and look, this comes with like a little book here for our fans. Now, if you watched my case video, one of the biggest complaints that I had about the 5000D is that it did not come with an instruction book, especially since the one that I got has the RGB connected to it. That would be nice, and I have not even the manual online has no, mention of the RGB controllers or how to wire those up, so that is something that is a bit of a miss on Corsair, is providing documentation for all of your fan and RGB header wiring, but looks like this one does offer some information on it, so you can see there's, how to wire all of these different things up, and I probably will use this on the case, so this will probably come in handy when I'm installing the case, fans and getting all those routed into the computer. So I'm gonna hold on to this to make sure that that comes in handy for the case. But we'll get rid of that. And as you see, all the little boxes are a nice little Corsair yellow as always. But we'll pull these out. It looks like these are the actual fans themselves, and it looks like each one. Oh, yeah. So each one is in its own little box there. I don't know if you can see that, but each one of them is in there just like that. I like the way they look. These look a lot better than the fans that came with the case and came with the water cooler. So already I'm liking the way that the way that these look. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop this. Ooh, I'm gonna pop this guy out. Oh, and immediately, yeah, they feel beefy. And looks like there's nothing in there. These already feel a lot better than the fans that that came with the case. Now, the difference between these and the other ones is that the only thing that is RGB is the actual fans themselves here. I don't this piece on. Ooh, this looks like a little looks like a metalish looking plastic, and it's got a little plastic thing here. Or actually, that may be a metal piece right there on both sides. That's pretty cool. Um, one of the things that I didn't like about the other fans is that they do have a bit of an ugly side. So the front side of the other ones look pretty nice, but then you turn them over and you have this kind of ugly looking shroud. I kind of like the way this one looks better. Um, it still has like this little these little wiring loops and harnesses here. But I like the fact that they did include this little shield here in the back and on the front, so that way that they match depending on the orientation that you put them in. So that's really nice over here. The other one just had like a sticker on the other side, so it didn't look as nice. But yeah, I think these look a lot nicer. As you can tell, this one, so this side of the fan, the logo spins. So that's something to notate. So on this side of the fan, the logo spins, and on the back here, it does not spin. It's stationary over here. So for those of you who maybe want like a stationary logo, that may be something that will look good inside of your case. The main key difference between this and the other fans, as I said, this has more RGB lights that are addressable. So I know for a fact that this in the center it can be set to light up. Then you have your fans that light up, and each one of these rings has LEDs inside of it on both sides where you can manipulate the lights on that as well. So looking at all of the different builds out there and all the other reviews, those are the main differences between the two. Now, it does, like I said, feel a lot sturdier. The plastic feels very beefy. Not to say that the other fans felt bad or anything, but I can definitely tell that there's a little bit more effort in constructing this. And I think a lot of that has to do with the actual ring around here. I think that adds a lot of structural support to this. There are two cables that come out. Uh, Again, that's not something that I am a big fan of. For those of you who know that there are other fans like the Lee and Lee fans, though their system of snapping fans together is a lot better than this. Their system, and I'll get another one of these fans so I can show you. And as you see, doesn't look like there's anything else. Let me pull these all out. Yeah, let's throw the box. Yeah, nothing left in the box. Everything is good that way. Um, and we'll see here. Yeah, there's nothing there. And there's nothing there. So their method, the Lee and Lee fans, their method of snapping their fans together I think is a lot better than Corsair. Now, granted, I think Corsair software is better than Lee and Lee after looking at some reviews. And I didn't want to have multiple RGB software to control all of the lights on my computer. My previous build, I had 3 different types of software to control the lights on it, and I did not like that. So, I tried to keep everything as simple and just go with like one unified software, and that ended up being Corsair. Now, I will say that together they do look really good, but as I was saying with the Lian Li fans, and I think they got it right, is that only one of the fans has a cable, and then the ancillary fans, what they do is they kind of snap in. There's like some contacts here, and they kind of snap in and they connect that way. And I think that is a really good system, and I think that's something that Corsair should probably look into adopting, because that would eliminate the need for so many of these cables. Now, again, I'm no engineer, and I'm not a I'm not in the field or anything like that, so I can't speak 100%, but I'm sure they have their reasons why, whether it be copywriting, or maybe it is a little bit more difficult to like to do the addressable RGB when you have them connected through via one wire. As I said, I'm sure Corsair has their reasons why, but Corsair, for you guys, you got to know that the community wants, simplicity. We don't want 10 million wires in the back of our computer for RGB lights. But again, that is a minor nitpick on there. There's not much more to these fans, as I said. This is going to be a very quick unboxing video. Uh, but yeah, so these are the QL 120 fans from Corsair. And again, I want to thank you guys for joining me here, and be sure to tune in tomorrow. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you can get the notification tomorrow. I should start my live builds around 11 a.m., pending if I can get everything up and going. But yeah, so that'll do it for this unboxing of Corsair QL 120s. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found this informative, and I will catch you guys later. GG, y'all.